So if you are looking for a podcast that makes you think, that challenges your assumptions, Conscious Talk is definitely worth checking out. All right, let's dive into something pretty amazing.
Yeah.
We're exploring the life and teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, a key figure in bringing yoga and Eastern spirituality to the West.
Absolutely.
And we're going straight to the source.
Okay.
Excerpts from his autobiography,
Right.
personal accounts, childhood stories,
Yeah.
and even some encounters with some of India's most fascinating saints and yogis.
It's wild. It really reads like an adventure novel.
Okay.
Like you'll hear about this woman who supposedly hasn't eaten since 1880.
Whoa.
A saint who went from wrestling tigers
Okay.
to conquering his own, inner turmoil.
Wow.
And even a scientist who demonstrated that plants react emotionally.
Plants with feelings.
Just like us.
Okay, I am hooked.
Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
With Yogananda's early life in India. It seems like he was practically born a spiritual seeker.
Absolutely. Even as a child, he had this deep yearning for spiritual understanding, fueled by memories of a past life.
Wait, past life memories?
As a Himalayan yogi.
That's intense.
And even premonitions of his future.
It's like he was destined for this remarkable journey.
It seems like it.
And his parents were pretty devout themselves.
They were both disciples of Lahiri Mahasaya.
Okay.
A revered figure in the Kriya Yoga lineage.
So he was immersed in spirituality from a young age.
From a very young age.
It sounds like his upbringing had a major influence on his path.
Yeah.
But what about his mother? I know she passed away when he was young.
Yes.
Did that have an impact on his spiritual journey?
Absolutely. You can feel
Yeah.
the depth of their connection in his writing.
Yeah.
Even in her final moments, she didn't dwell on grief. Instead, she urged him to find his guru,
Wow.
knowing that a true spiritual guide was essential for his growth.
That's powerful. It's like she passed the torch,
It really is.
setting him on this quest for deeper truth. And that's what led him to those encounters with all those different saints and yogis.
Precisely.
Okay.
Each meeting was like a stepping stone,
Interesting.
guiding him closer to his destiny.
Yeah.
You can sense this restlessness in him, this drive to find the teacher who could unlock his full potential.
It makes you wonder.
Yeah.
What if he hadn't met those individuals? Would he have still found his way to Kriya Yoga?
It's hard to say,
Yeah.
but it seems those encounters were crucial in shaping his understanding of the vastness of the spiritual world.
Okay, then comes the big one. His meeting with Sri Yukteswar Giri.
Yes.
This wasn't just another encounter.
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Sri Yukteswar wasn't your typical guru.
Oh, really?
He had this unique blend of wisdom, humor, and spiritual depth.
Wow.
He pushed Yogananda, challenged him, and most importantly, initiated him into the practice of Kriya Yoga.
Okay, so we know Kriya Yoga is important in Yogananda's journey.
Yeah.
But what exactly is it?
So, Kriya Yoga is this ancient meditation technique.
Okay.
What makes it unique is that it works directly with the energy of the spine and breath,
Okay.
aiming to accelerate spiritual evolution.
So it's not just sitting still and emptying your mind.
It's not just that.
There's a deeper, almost energetic component to it.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about working with the subtle energies within
Interesting.
to access higher states of consciousness.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So after this initiation, Yogananda spent several years living with Sri Yukteswar
He did.
at the Serampore Hermitage.
Yes.
Right.
His time at Serampore was intense,
Okay.
filled with rigorous training, spiritual insights,
Yeah.
and even a few humorous anecdotes. Remember the story about how to outwit a mosquito?
Oh, yeah.
The one where Sri Yukteswar teaches him a lesson about dealing with annoyances in a calm and clever way.
I love that story.
Yeah.
It shows that even great spiritual masters have a sense of humor. That's right.
In practicality.
In practicality.
But his life wasn't all peaceful hermitage living.
Right.
Right.
He also had some pretty wild encounters with other saints and yogis.
He did.
Okay, tell me more.
One of the most striking figures he met
Yeah?
was the Tiger Swami.
Okay.
This guy literally went from taming wild beasts
Oh, wow.
with his bare
That's
hands
his bare hands.
to conquering his inner demons.
Wow. That's an image that's going to stick with me.
It's pretty vivid.
It seems like Yogananda was drawn to these individuals who push the boundaries
Yeah.
of what's possible.
It's as if he was seeking to understand the full spectrum of human potential,
Okay.
both physical and spiritual.
I need to hear more about these encounters.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned a perfume saint earlier.
Yes.
Gandhababa.
Gandhababa.
Okay.
This saint could supposedly materialize scents out of thin air.
Whoa. Imagine walking into a room
Right.
and suddenly being enveloped by the fragrance of roses.
Yeah.
Just because he willed it so. Yeah. What do you think Yogananda was trying to convey through these seemingly miraculous stories?
That's a good question.
Was he just showcasing these amazing powers?
I don't think so.
Or was there a deeper message?
It's as if he was hinting at the vast untapped potential
Yeah.
of consciousness. These stories challenge our assumptions
Yeah.
about what's real and possible, suggesting that our minds might have a far greater influence on reality.
So it's not just about the miracles themselves,
No.
but about what they reveal about the nature of reality and the power of the mind.
Exactly.
It's like he's saying, if these things are possible, then what else is?
Right.
Yeah, speaking of pushing boundaries, he also encountered a master who could manipulate electricity, right?
Yes. Master Mahasaya.
And this encounter was particularly fascinating
It is.
because it shows Yogananda grappling with
Yeah.
the intersection of science and spirituality.
That's right.
He recognized the power of science, but also saw its limitations.
Yeah, he wasn't dismissing science,
Okay.
but he was pointing to the need for a broader perspective that encompassed both the material and the spiritual.
And then there's the sleepless saint,
Yes,
Ram Gopal Muzumdar.
a man who lived in a perpetual state of ecstatic consciousness.
So he's not just telling us these stories for entertainment,
I don't think so.
but to inspire us,
Right.
to show us what's possible if we dedicate ourselves to the path of self-realization.
It's like he's offering us glimpses
Yeah.
into this vast landscape of consciousness and inviting us to embark on our own journeys of exploration.
It's like he's saying, look what's possible.
Yeah.
Now go out and discover your own potential.
Exactly.
His autobiography is like a roadmap,
It is.
guiding us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe.
Yeah.
Well, so far, this roadmap has led us through past life memories,
Yes.
rigorous training,
Yeah.
mosquito outwitting techniques, and encounters with saints who defy the laws of nature.
That's right.
Where does it lead us next?
You won't believe who he encounters next.
Okay.
A renowned scientist,
A scientist.
Jagadish Chandra Bose.
This is getting even more intriguing.
Bose's experiments with plants were particularly fascinating to Yogananda. He used scientific instruments to demonstrate that plants respond to stimuli,
Okay.
even displaying something akin to emotions.
Wait, so science was actually proving what Yogananda had been experiencing intuitively,
That's what it seems like.
that there's this interconnectedness between all living things.
It's like science was catching up
Yeah,
to what ancient wisdom had known for centuries.
I can imagine how exciting that must have been for him.
They must have been.
This meeting with Bose seems like a key moment
It is.
in Yogananda's journey.
It highlights his conviction that science and religion are not at odds,
Yeah,
but can actually complement and enrich each other.
he saw the limitations of both approaches when taken to extremes.
I think so.
Blind faith without reason
Yeah,
could be just as limiting as cold logic without acknowledging a deeper reality.
exactly.
So he's encouraging a more holistic approach
Yeah,
to understanding the world.
a more integrated approach.
One that integrates scientific inquiry
Right.
with spiritual insight.
Yeah.
And amidst all these incredible experiences in India, he suddenly feels this calling to bring the teachings of Kriya Yoga to the West.
I know, right?
That's a major shift.
It is, but if we look at the bigger picture, it makes sense.
Okay.
Yogananda saw that the West, with its emphasis on material progress,
Yeah.
was missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. He felt Kriya Yoga could bridge the gap
Okay.
between these two worlds,
Interesting.
offering a path to inner peace and fulfillment.
So he saw this as his mission.
He did, but leaving India for the West wasn't a decision he took lightly.
Yeah, of course.
He needed confirmation, a sign that he was truly on the right path.
And he got it right.
He did.
He had a vision of Babaji,
Yeah.
the legendary immortal yogi.
Babaji appeared to him in a vision,
Wow.
validating his mission
Okay.
and assuring him of his support.
Wow, that's incredible.
It really is.
To receive that kind of confirmation from a being like Babaji
Right.
must have been deeply reassuring.
It must have been.
What about his family?
Yeah.
How did they react to his decision to leave India for America?
That's where things get really interesting.
Hold on, don't leave us hanging.
We'll have to wait for next time.
You have to find out what happens next.
I know.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve into Yogananda's adventures in America.
All right.
His challenges.
Yeah.
His triumphs.
That's right.
His impact on bringing yoga to a whole new audience.
To a whole new world.
What stands out to you so far? What story or encounter has captured your imagination?
Yeah.
Hold on to those thoughts as we continue our deep dive into the remarkable life of Paramahansa Yogananda. Welcome back to our deep dive into the life of Paramahansa Yogananda.
Yeah.
We left off with him receiving this incredible vision of Babaji,
Right.
confirming his mission to bring Kriya Yoga to the West. I'm dying to know what happened next.
Yeah.
Did he just hop on a boat and sail off to America?
It wasn't quite that simple.
Okay.
But it's fascinating how things unfolded.
Okay.
This was the 1920s.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Not exactly a time when Eastern spirituality was widely embraced.
It must have been a huge culture shock for him.
Yeah.
Going from the ashrams of India to, well, I guess America was roaring into the jazz age at that time.
Yeah, that's right.
How did he adjust?
You know, Yogananda had this remarkable ability to adapt.
Okay.
While staying true to his core message.
Interesting.
He embraced American culture, the energy, the optimism, but he also gently challenged some of its more materialistic tendencies.
Okay.
He saw a real hunger for spiritual meaning beneath the surface.
It sounds like he was walking a tightrope.
It was a balancing act.
Trying to bridge two very different worlds. Where did he even begin?
His first stop was Boston.
Okay.
He had been invited to speak at the International Congress of Religious Liberals.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine this?
Yeah.
This young, relatively unknown Indian yogi standing before a crowd of Western intellectuals.
Talk about a trial by fire.
Yeah.
I'm picturing raised eyebrows and skeptical stares.
There were probably a few of those.
How did he win them over?
You know, his sincerity and charisma shone through.
Okay.
He didn't try to convert anyone or force his beliefs.
Okay.
He spoke about the universality of spiritual truths, emphasizing that at their core.
Yeah.
All religions are seeking the same thing,
Okay.
a union with the divine.
That's a message that transcends cultural boundaries.
It is.
Makes sense that it would resonate even with people from very different backgrounds.
It did. Many were captivated by his presence and his message.
Okay.
They saw in him a genuine seeker, someone who had walked the path.
Yeah.
And could offer practical guidance for their own spiritual journeys.
It wasn't all smooth sailing, though, right?
No, not at all.
He must have encountered some resistance to his teachings.
He did?
What kind of pushback did he face?
Well, some saw yoga as just weird physical contortions or a threat to their established religious beliefs.
Really?
There were misunderstandings, skepticism, even outright hostility at times.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
It must have been disheartening.
It must have been tough.
To face that kind of pushback.
Yeah.
How did he stay the course?
You know, Yogananda had unwavering faith in his mission, a deep conviction that he was divinely guided.
Okay.
He also had this incredible work ethic, fueled by a genuine desire to serve.
So he didn't let anything deter him from his purpose?
He didn't.
That's inspiring to see that level of commitment.
It really is.
Especially in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
It's amazing who he connected with along the way.
Yeah, who's that?
For example, he met Luther Burbank.
Oh, wow.
The famous horticulturalist.
A yogi and a plant scientist.
I know, that's an unexpected pairing.
That is.
What was their relationship like?
They had this deep mutual respect.
Okay.
Burbank was known for his groundbreaking work with plants, creating new varieties and accelerating their growth.
And Yogananda saw a parallel.
He did.
Between Burbank's work and the potential for human spiritual transformation.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful analogy.
It is?
It shows that Yogananda wasn't just preaching from a pulpit.
Right.
He was engaging with the world.
Yeah.
Finding common ground with people from all walks of life.
He truly believed in the power of connection, the idea that we're all part of this grand tapestry of life.
And along with those connections came the need for a more formal structure to support his teachings.
Yeah.
That's when he founded the Self-Realization Fellowship, right?
Yes. In 1920, this was a crucial step. in establishing a permanent base for his teachings in the West.
So he was planting seeds.
Yeah.
Not just of wisdom,
Right.
but of a whole new way of life.
Absolutely.
It must have been quite a journey
It must have been.
to go from those early lectures to establishing an entire organization.
It was an incredible journey.
And along the way, he attracted some remarkable individuals to his circle.
Oh, yeah. Like who?
One who stands out is Mr. E. Dickinson,
Okay.
a wealthy businessman who became a devoted disciple.
I've heard of him.
Wasn't he the one who donated the land for the Golden Lotus Hermitage
He was.
in Encinitas?
Yes. A stunning location.
It is, yeah.
Perched on cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, wow.
Yogananda envisioned it as a sanctuary for meditation, a place where people could connect with nature and experience the peace that comes from connecting with their inner selves.
It sounds absolutely idyllic.
It does.
Did he spend the rest of his life there?
He divided his time between Encinitas and his headquarters in Los Angeles.
So he was a busy man,
He was.
but he still made time for these personal connections.
Absolutely. Yogananda emphasized balance, the inner life of meditation and the outer life of service to others. He believed true spirituality should manifest in kindness, compassion, and a desire to uplift humanity.
It's not enough to just sit on a mountaintop and meditate.
Right.
You have to bring that inner peace into the world and share it with others.
Exactly.
And his writings played a huge role in spreading his message, right?
They did.
His autobiography is considered a spiritual classic.
It is a classic.
What else did he write?
His writings are vast and insightful, covering everything from meditation techniques to commentaries on scriptures.
Interesting.
Even poetry.
Wow, so he had this gift for explaining these complex philosophical concepts in a way that was accessible and relatable to a Western audience.
Yeah, he really wanted to make these teachings accessible to everyone.
He saw the inherent goodness in all people.
He did.
And sought to empower them to awaken to their own divine potential.
Right.
His life wasn't just about teaching and writing, though.
No.
Right.
Whoa.
He also had some pretty remarkable encounters with individuals, even in America.
Like who?
You're thinking of Giri Bala.
Ah, yes.
The woman Yogi who hadn't eaten food since 1880.
That story's incredible.
I know. That story is mind-boggling.
It is.
What do you think he was hoping to learn from her?
Good question.
Was he just curious about the hows and whys of her fasting?
I think he was fascinated.
Yeah.
But not in a sensationalistic way.
Okay.
You know, he saw it as a testament to the power of the human will and the potential of yoga to transcend limitations.
Okay.
He wasn't advocating that everyone stop eating.
Right.
But he saw her as a living example of the hidden powers that lie dormant within us.
It's a powerful reminder that our bodies are not just physical machines, but incredibly complex energy systems. That's right.
That can be influenced by consciousness.
Yeah.
And then there was Therese Neumann, the German woman who bore the stigmata for the wounds of Christ.
Yeah.
What was that encounter like for him?
It was a profound and even disturbing experience for him.
Really?
He actually fainted.
Oh, wow.
At the sight of her bleeding from the palms of her hands.
That's so interesting.
It's really striking.
It shows that even a seasoned spiritual master can be deeply affected by the intensity of another's devotion.
Exactly.
What did he make of that experience?
I think he saw it as a testament to the power of faith and the interconnectedness of human consciousness. It's a reminder that no matter how far along the spiritual path we might be, there's always more to learn and experience.
It's humbling, isn't it?
It is.
It's like he's saying, never stop being a student.
Right.
Never stop being open to new experiences and perspectives.
Exactly. The spiritual journey is a lifelong process of growth and discovery. And Yogananda wasn't content to just focus on his own spiritual development.
Yeah.
He really dedicated himself to building a community, a place where East and West could meet in harmony.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
He wasn't just a solitary mystic. He was a builder, a teacher, a leader who understood the importance of creating supportive environment for spiritual growth.
And in doing so, he helped to lay the foundation for the widespread acceptance of yoga and meditation that we see today.
Absolutely. His legacy is undeniable.
It is.
He introduced millions of Westerners to the power of yoga and Eastern spirituality, not as a replacement for their existing beliefs, but as a path to deepening their own spiritual connection.
It's amazing to think about how much he accomplished in his lifetime.
It's really incredible.
He bridged continents, cultures, and spiritual traditions.
He did, and all the while, he stayed connected to his roots, his guru, Sri Yukteswar.
Yeah.
Remember during his time in America?
Their relationship continued to evolve through letters.
Okay.
And eventually a remarkable reunion.
Oh, yeah. His trip back to India.
Yeah.
This is where things take another interesting turn.
They do.
Right. Yeah. We'll dive into that next time in part 3.
Thanks, good.
What aspects of his journey in America stand out to you the most? What lessons or insights resonate with you personally?
Yeah.
Keep those thoughts in mind as we continue exploring the life and legacy of Paramahansa Yogananda.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the life and teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda.
Yeah.
We've journeyed with him from his childhood in India, through his incredible encounters with saints and yogis, to his arrival in America and the establishment of his spiritual community.
It's been quite a journey.
But the story doesn't end there, does it?
No, not at all.
As Yogananda was building this new life in the West, his connection with his guru, Sri Yukteswar, remained a constant thread.
Yeah.
They corresponded regularly. Right.
Sharing insights, updates, and offering each other support across continents.
It's really beautiful to see that kind of enduring bond.
It is.
You know, it speaks to the depth of their relationship, that even though they were physically separated, their spiritual connection remained strong.
It's a testament to the power of the guru-disciple relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even from afar.
Yeah.
Sri Yukteswar continued to guide and nurture Yogananda's spiritual growth.
That's right.
And then after 15 years in America, Yogananda finally had the chance to return to India.
I bet he was looking forward to that.
I can only imagine how much he was looking forward to that reunion.
Yeah, it must have been pretty amazing.
It was a significant moment for him.
Right.
Not just a homecoming.
Yeah.
But an opportunity to share his experiences with his guru and receive further guidance for his work.
Exactly.
I bet he was eager to show Sri Yukteswar how the teachings were flourishing in the West.
I'm sure he was.
To demonstrate that all those years of effort were bearing fruit, and the reunion was joyous, filled with warmth and mutual admiration.
That's great.
But what makes this visit particularly poignant is that Sri Yukteswar bestowed upon Yogananda the highest monastic title.
Paramahansa.
Paramahansa. That's a powerful title.
It is in the yogic tradition.
Okay.
The swan is a symbol of spiritual liberation, the ability to move gracefully between the realms of matter and spirit.
Wow.
The title Paramahansa, meaning supreme swan,
okay,
acknowledges a high level of self-realization.
That's incredible.
It was a recognition of Yogananda's spiritual stature, a confirmation that he had truly mastered the teachings.
And this recognition came at a pivotal moment in their relationship.
Right.
Sri Yukteswar was preparing Yogananda for a greater role, not just as a teacher, but as a spiritual leader in his own right.
There's this bittersweet undercurrent to this visit. You know, Sri Yukteswar knew that his time on earth was coming to an end.
Okay.
He was entrusting his lineage, his teachings, to his beloved disciple.
That must have been an emotional time for both of them.
It must have been.
A mixture of joy and sorrow, a passing of the torch.
Yeah.
And the separation came sooner than expected.
Yeah.
A year after Yogananda returned to America, he received news that Sri Yukteswar had passed away.
Oh, wow.
It's one thing to intellectually understand the concept of death.
Right.
But to lose someone so close, your guru, your guide.
It hits different.
It's a whole different level of grief.
Yeah.
It was a profound loss for Yogananda. But in the midst of his sorrow, something extraordinary happened.
Okay.
He had a vision of Sri Yukteswar, resurrected in a radiant astral body.
Hold on. He saw his guru alive again.
But not physically.
Oh, is this a dream?
Was this a dream? A hallucination brought on by grief.
Yeah.
Yogananda describes it as a very real experience.
Okay.
Not a dream or a figment of his imagination.
So what was it?
In his vision, Sri Yukteswar explained that he had consciously left his physical body.
Wow.
And was now residing on an astral plane.
Okay.
A realm of higher consciousness.
So he's saying that death, as we understand it, isn't the end?
That consciousness continues to evolve in other realms.
Exactly.
It's a concept that many spiritual traditions have explored.
Right.
But Yogananda's account offers a detailed and personal glimpse into what that transition might be like.
He even described this astral plane Hiranyaloka,
where Sri Yukteswar was residing.
What was it like?
He describes it as a realm of vibrant light, where thoughts manifest instantly, and where beings exist in a state of blissful awareness. Wow. It's fascinating to consider that our earthly existence might be just one chapter in a much larger story of consciousness.
Right.
And Sri Yukteswar wasn't the only departed guru he encountered in this way.
Oh, really?
He also had another vision, this time of Babaji, the immortal yogi.
Yeah.
And this vision, occurring years after his initial meeting with Babaji, further solidified Yogananda's sense of purpose.
Okay.
Babaji reminded him that he was chosen to spread Kriya Yoga worldwide and assured him that he would always be protected and guided.
It's like these encounters with his departed gurus, rather than diminishing his resolve, actually strengthen his commitment to his mission.
They serve to deepen his understanding of the continuity of consciousness beyond physical death.
Right.
And reinforce the idea physical limitations.
It's comforting to think that even after someone passes away, their presence can still be felt, their guidance can still be accessed on a deeper level.
It speaks to the enduring power of spiritual connection.
It really does.
The idea that love and wisdom can transcend the boundaries of time and space.
Yeah.
So even as he grieved the loss of his guru, Yogananda was also experiencing this profound expansion of his understanding of life, death, and the nature of reality.
Yeah.
And this newfound understanding would guide him as he navigated the challenges and triumphs of his later years.
And there were challenges, right?
Oh, yeah.
The world was plunged into chaos with the outbreak of World War II.
How did that impact Yogananda and his work?
He was deeply saddened by the war.
Okay.
You know, seeing it as a symptom of humanity's spiritual disconnect, the result of prioritizing material pursuits over higher values.
But he didn't just despair.
No.
Did he?
No.
He actively spoke out against the horrors of war.
He did.
And emphasized the need for peace and understanding.
That's right. His message resonated deeply, offering a beacon of hope amidst the chaos and uncertainty of wartime.
He believed that a common spiritual ground could unite people beyond their differences.
He did.
And he worked tirelessly to promote interfaith understanding.
It's a message that's as relevant today as it was then.
It is. We're still facing so much division and conflict in the world.
Absolutely.
Yogananda's life reminds us of the importance of cultivating inner peace.
Yeah.
And extending that peace outwards towards all beings.
Exactly.
He truly lived his message, didn't he?
He did.
He treated everyone with respect and kindness.
Right.
Regardless of their background or beliefs.
He saw the inherent goodness in every individual and sought to awaken them to their own divine potential.
He believed in the power of unity. The idea that we're all interconnected, all part of this grand tapestry of life.
Absolutely.
His legacy is immense.
It is.
He opened the doors for millions to experience the transformative power of yoga.
That's right.
And meditation.
Yeah.
And his writings continue to inspire and guide seekers all over the world.
Yeah.
His life was a testament to the power of faith.
Absolutely.
The transformative potential of Kriya Yoga. And the enduring bond between guru and disciple.
It really was a remarkable life.
He was a bridge builder, a visionary.
Yeah.
A teacher who touched countless lives with his wisdom and compassion.
He did.
His journey reminds us that the spiritual path is not just about personal enlightenment, but about sharing the light of awareness with others.
Right.
And contributing to the evolution of consciousness.
Yeah.
On a global scale.
Absolutely.
What an incredible journey it's been.
It really has.
Exploring the life and teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda.
It's been a pleasure.
As we conclude our deep dive, I invite you to reflect on what resonated most with you.
What stood out to you?
Perhaps it was his unwavering faith.
Yeah.
His commitment to service.
That's right.
Or his belief in the power of meditation, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
May his story inspire you to seek your own truth.
Right.
And live a life filled with purpose, meaning, and connection to the divine.
Absolutely. Beautifully said.
And if you're on that journey of healing, definitely check out traumafreecoaching.com. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Conscious Talk. Hopefully this gave you a little taste of what the show is all about.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thanks for listening to the Conscious Talk podcast.